I want to talk about getting started with video. I am a huge fan of being on video. It's actually what my business is. I help brands connect to their audiences through video content and marketing strategies. So I'm always going to be a huge proponent of getting on video. But let's take a step back and take a look at why video, why getting started on video, why start sharing your message on video is important, why I think it's important, and why you should just start getting started on video. Number one, first off, the number one way to build a connection, to build relationships, to build a rapport with someone is in person. That's the best way that you're going to create a connection with someone. But with video, now you have the ability to expand your network, expand your reach, expand your connections, connect to more people, bring more value into more people's lives because you're allowing your audience to find you through your video content. I'm doing a podcast with an author of a book, the ABCs of being a stand-up leader, and we're going through his book chapter by chapter, and the one we're gonna do today is on advertising, probably a two-part thing because advertising is a pretty big subject. I'm going down the rabbit hole a little bit. I was doing some research. Videos are shared 1,200% more than text and links. Videos. There's such an opportunity to build more relationships when you share through video. Share your value through video. Share your experience through video. Share your failures through video. Build that connection. You can be vulnerable. You can see the passion. You can see the excitement. I'm so excited about video. And you just, the opportunity to connect. YouTube gets 2 point something billion with a B users every month. The opportunity to connect with a greater audience is out there. Now, I'm not saying that you should stop marketing you have to differentiate your marketing. I 100% agree with that. If your budget allows for a marketing strategy or campaigns, if you're a home service company or if you're a coach, there's going to be a significant difference in the type of marketing budget that you would have in order to attract customers. But if you have a small budget and you're looking for ways to expand your reach, video is definitely, in my opinion, the number one ability to connect with a larger audience. Now, YouTube, the algorithm is the audience. You're creating valuable content for the audience, and hopefully that when they get value from your content, they get value from what you're sharing. They get value from your stories. You're creating those connections. Like, oh, this guy, this person, this girl, they seem to be going through some of the things that I'm going through, or they've gone through the things that I want to go through, or I'm experiencing some of the things that they have experienced, and I'm able to connect with them because they're sharing the value that I need, so I can help kind of move past some roadblocks, or I can, this is super valuable information that I want to try to apply to my path as I continue to move forward. And if it works, awesome. Now I'm just going to expand on it. I'm going to continue to grow on it. I'm going to continue to reflect on it. I'm going to try to improve it. If it doesn't work, wow, the time is passing anyway. I'll just throw it off to the side. I'm going off on a tangent here. The value that you can bring to your audience is expansive, much more expansive than just meeting with people in person. Much more expansive than just creating some static Facebook posts or Instagram posts. you can really expand your reach by sharing your video content. That's the first thing, expanding your reach. Now, let's say you start getting on video, and you build up this library of content. Whenever someone researches you, whenever someone meets you and goes in and checks, now you have this historical archive of all this value added information that they can search and explore and dive into when they want to. And you're creating that bond. The bond is growing or it's not growing based on your personality, based on what you have to share, based on how you present yourself, based on your talking styles. Either you're going to continue to grow an audience base, or the audience that finds you isn't the audience that you want. Let me say that a different way. When someone comes to your website or someone comes to do research with you, they're either going to connect with you or they're not going to connect with you. The more connections you make, the larger your subscription base is, the more value you bring to your audience, the more opportunity you have to create conversions. If you're selling a course, if you're selling a book, if you got coaching, if you're doing a product or a service, the more your audience subscriber base grows, the more opportunity you have to create conversions. But you have to share the value that you bring to the world. You experience the world differently than every other person. How you think differently than other people. And that's how people get connected with each other, because they're interested in learning from another person, or they find this other person to have maybe they're funny, maybe they do a baking show, or maybe they are an outdoorsman. There's so many different types of channels out there, because everyone is so unique and unique to themselves, and people just kind of connect with other people, and it's so cool. The opportunity to connect is so expansive today. The opportunity to connect with people not only in your network, not only in your state, not only in your country, but across the entire world. It's so awesome. I talked to someone, I'm getting very excited. I talked to someone in Australia a couple of months ago. They were in the next day. It was real life time travel. It was like 20 years ago, we would not have been able to do that. You have the opportunity to reach a slew of more people. I want to say slurry for some reason. You just have the opportunity to reach far more people through video content than you can through any other content. And going back to my message before, you should differentiate your content. If you're a home service company, you want to do some static posts, you want to do some posts on employees, you want to talk about your culture, you want to expand on what you do for your customers. Video customer testimonials, super beneficial. If you're a coach, think about the value. What do you bring to the people that you coach? If you're building a community of like-minded people, share. You have to share. The more you share, the more community you can bring together of like-minded people. Utilize video. You have to get started in video. And I'm gonna break down some of the things that I've done to get started. It's some of the things I help people do to get started in video. If you want a more personalized experience, I offer up coaching as something, but I'm not here to close you. I'm here to tell you that you need to get started in video. And here are some things that I run into with clients. They don't know where to start. Video seems like this big mountain of overwhelm. Oh my gosh. That's with any goal. Any goal is super mount. It's just like this huge mountain of overwhelm. And what you have to do is break down that mountain into small steps and focus on the next step that you can take. Focus on that next step, and then focus on the next step, and then focus on the next step. And soon enough, you'll look up and you'll see, holy smokes, I was down there. And now I'm right here. I still got this big mountain of overwhelm because my goal, or I have to grow and do all this other stuff. So what you do is you break that down into small steps, and you focus on the next step that you have to take. I can help you out with that. And because video's not super, it's not as overwhelming as people think. You don't need all this fancy equipment. You don't need all these things. There are some things that you do need, and I'll talk about it in a video. Another thing is that people are chasing perfection. And let me tell you this, when you first start out on creating video content, you're not going to be perfect. You're going to suck. It's going to be bad. You're going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to want to do it 50 times because you're like, I hate the way I look. I hate the way I sound. I don't think people are going to get value from this. Well, you don't know, first off, you don't know what people will get value from. What if the person that's looking for the value that you have will never find it because you never share it? You have to start. You have to start sharing your value. You have to start sharing your experience. It's going to suck when you start. And that's okay, because the key to mastery, as my friend Justin Janowski says, one of the keys to mastery, is repetition. The more you do, the better you get. Your 50th video will be nothing like your first video. Your 200th video will be nothing like your 50th video. You will continue to get better and grow. And I don't know why I did that. I'm just distracting. You're going to continue to grow and get better and improve. And then you can get upgraded equipment. And then it's just going to snowball into this positively awesomeness from there. What's another thing that people, mountain of overwhelm, chasing perfection, done is better than perfect. And especially as you start off your channel, it's about getting content out there. Get those reps in. Get those reps in. Focus on figuring out what works for you. Now, if you're going to script things, I think that's one way to go about it. I bullet point things. I also talk about a lot of this stuff all the time. It's basically my vocation. So I'm kind of talking about it. I have a bullet point list kind of in my head and running with it that way. But you got to figure out what works for you. And then, test and explore and grow and try and navigate and pivot. And what's not working, you have the opportunity to change it. If it's not working, you can just change it into something else, which is so cool because you can constantly evolve into something better. And that is, for me anyway, it's super exciting. I'm super excited about evolving continuously as I grow older, as I grow up, as I grow wiser, as I grow into my space even more. I think it's fantastic. Overwhelm, chasing perfection, yet done is better than perfect, especially right now. Small channels. If you have no one subscribed to your channel, just start. Get those reps in. Get the weirdness out. Get all the silliness out. Get the imperfectionist out, and just post. And have comfort in being imperfect. Be fine with being imperfect, because you're not gonna be great the first couple videos you do. It might take 50 videos. It might take 100 videos. It might take 200 videos before you finally get into the routine, into the rhythm. But You can never get to that point if you don't start. And if you push it off a couple weeks down the road, couple months down the road, couple years down the road, well, then you've lost out on all this time to get the reps in, to become the best version that you can be, to continue to evolve. And now it's a couple years down the road, couple months down the road, couple days down the road, couple weeks, whatever. And that's when you're starting. You missed out on the opportunity to get those reps in, to stumble and fail and dislike it. And now you've missed out on this time, because time is passing. That's a commodity that we don't get back. Time is continually passing no matter what. So if you start now and you get 50 videos in a couple months, then you'll be better because you've practiced. You've gone through the motions. You've gone through the routines. You've gotten feedback. You've gotten engagement. You've gotten questions from comments. You know, potentially. Nothing I say is a guarantee by any means. Everyone is different. But from what I've seen working with the channels I work with and how we approach a strategy for content marketing, content creation, I look at the data. I'm a big data guy. And the data says that if you start now and you do it consistently over a period of time, you will get better as time continues to go. So it's super prevalent to get started in video. I think that there's a ton of opportunity to connect with a wider audience. You still have to continue to do the marketing that you're doing. You still have to continue to do the things that you're doing. But if you're not getting started in video, make some time. And in one of my upcoming videos, I'm going to talk about batching. And this has been super prevalent for me in my path. This has allowed me so far to run multiple channels and create consistent content that drops on a consistent basis. That's allowed for subscriber growth. That's allowed for view growth. That's allowed for me to get better on video. So batching is a huge, just like I'm working on a lot of stuff, and I laugh because it's a lot of stuff. Previous video talked about the rough waters of entrepreneurship. A lot more water, a lot bigger waves, a lot more fun. So I'm just doing as much as I can with the time that I have, because the time is going to pass anyway, and the more I do, the better I get. And if I can navigate these things, oh man, it's going to be fun. And join me for the ride, because it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a good character building experience. I'm excited to share my journey as I'm going on it. I think that's what this is kind of evolving into. At first, I was thinking, oh, this will be like a series, and we'll go that way. But I think this is going to be like a journey as I'm going on it, and I don't know what to expect, but I'm very excited. And I'm excited for you to get started in video. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Drop them in the comments. If something was valuable to you from this video, let me know in the comments. If you thought this video was a waste of time, let me know in the comments. I'm really interested in helping businesses and brands connect to their audiences through video content. If I can help you out, get to the next step in your path, if I can help you navigate that roadblock, if I can help you potentially see a potential failure, double up on words, if I can help you see a potential failure down the road and help you navigate past it, well, I want to help you out as best as I can. Feel free to subscribe and like this video if it was beneficial to you. I'm going to be sharing more content like this. I'm really excited to expand. I'm slowing down, making longer episodes. I'm excited to see where this goes. So join me for the ride. Thank you for joining me on this message. You have to get started in video if you're not doing video. And I'm gonna help you as best I can get started in video and navigate through that. Video is there's such a huge opportunity to connect further with your audience when you're sharing your message through video content. And I just think it's super prevalent. Hey, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me on this message, and I hope you have a great day.